By the time I realized what I'd agreed to buy doing nothing, my name was already gone. I wasn't just broke. I was erased. It takes 0.2 seconds to swipe left. One flick of the thumb to clear a notification. We do it dozens of times a day to avoid the noise, the scams, and the ghosts of our past. But on a Tuesday afternoon in a crowded coffee shop in downtown Chicago, I deleted a message from an unknown number. I thought I was protecting my peace. I didn't know I was signing my own death warrant. To understand why I did it, you have to understand the state of my life. I was 32, drowning in six-figure student debt, and working a dead-end job at a logistics firm. My phone was a constant source of anxiety. Collection agencies, spam bots, and my ex-wife's lawyer. The notification came in at 2:14 p.m. The window is closing. Confirm your claim now, or the default clause triggers. Reply yes to accept. Ignore to forfeit to the secondary party. I laughed. It looked like every other crypto scam or unclaimed property phishing link I'd seen 1,000 times. I didn't even open the full preview. I just swiped left. Delete. I felt a small sense of triumph. One less person trying to take something from me. I went back to my lukewarm coffee and my spreadsheets. I didn't know that 40 miles away, in a glass-walled boardroom, a timer had just hit 0. For the next few months, life actually started to get better. Suspiciously better. 3 weeks after I deleted that text, I got a promotion I didn't even apply for. My boss, a man who usually forgot my name, called me into his office and handed me a VP title and a salary bump that cleared my debt in a single afternoon. I felt like I'd finally caught a break. I met Sarah. We moved into a high-rise overlooking the lake. For the first time in my life, the unknown numbers stopped calling. The silence was addictive. I thought I had finally won the game of life. I remember sitting on my balcony, looking at the Chicago skyline, thinking, whatever luck I missed out on in that deleted text, I didn't need it. I made my own luck. That was my first mistake. My second was thinking that secondary party mentioned in the text was a stranger. It happened on a Friday. I tried to use my corporate card at dinner, declined. I tried my personal debit card, invalid account. When I got home, the locks had been changed. 2 men in charcoal suits were waiting in the lobby. They didn't look like police. They looked like accountants for the devil. "Mr. Thorne," one of them said, holding out a tablet. "Since you forfeited your claim to the estate and failed to contest the identity ownership clause, your assets, your credit, and your legal standing have been transferred to the secondary party." I shook my head, laughing nervously. What estate? What identity? This is America. You can't just take a person's name. You didn't read the fine print of your father's private equity trust, did you? The man replied. My father, a man I hadn't seen since I was 5. A man who had built a billion-dollar empire on power dynamics and predatory contracts. He had died in a private plane crash a week before that text arrived. The text wasn't a scam. It was a right of refusal. Because I deleted it. Because I didn't reply yes to claim my inheritance. The entire estate default migrated to his business partner. But there was a catch. To protect the firm's secrets, the secondary party didn't just get the money. They got the legal rights to the Thorne brand, including me. Everything I had earned in the last few months, the promotion, the apartment, the car, it wasn't mine. It was a gift from the man who now legally owned my social security number, my patents, and my future earnings. I was a corporate asset now, a ghost in my own skin. I tried to sue. Every lawyer I called looked at the digital trail and shook their head. You were notified, they said. The logs show you received the message. The logs show you manually deleted it without responding. In the eyes of the contract, that's a voluntary abdication. I live in a small studio in a city where no one knows me now. I work for cash. I don't have a phone anymore. Every time I see someone swipe away a notification without looking, I want to scream. I want to tell them that the digital clutter isn't just noise. Sometimes, it's the only thing keeping the floor beneath your feet from vanishing. I spent 30 years trying to be self-made. I lost it all in a second because I was too tired to read 10 words. Some mistakes don't look like mistakes at first.